to the Bold Leads 101 webinar and the essentials to getting started. We're going to start out with some webinar controls here. When you come in, you'll be automatically muted. And in the top right-hand corner, you can actually hide that GoToWebinar panel. You can click below on the two boxes to go full screen and get the full Bold Leads experience. You can click to raise your hand to ask any questions and also type questions into our question box here. Now, any questions will be answered at the end of the webinar. We're going to go ahead and hold off until the end so we can get through all the content, and then we'll go ahead and answer any questions that you may have, but we'll make sure that we get to you. First thing that we're going to do is start off with a quick poll. I'm going to go ahead and launch here. And what it's asking here, and we'd love to get your feedback, is what feature of the Bold Leads dashboard are you most excited to learn about? So please feel free to go ahead and fill in that bubble, and we'll give everybody a chance to go ahead and fill that in. Again, we just really love your feedback here. There's no right or wrong answers with this. All right, awesome. We got a really attentive crowd today. We got 100% of the vote, so really appreciate that. We're going to go ahead and close that out and share the results with everybody. Now, the question that we were asking is what feature of the Bold Leads dashboard are you most excited to learn about? Looks like we got 38% with managing my leads. Awesome. 38% with tools for ongoing lead engagement. 13% for team management and assigning leads. And 13% with I'm just here for the leads. So just being honest, that's awesome. We appreciate that. We're going to hopefully cover all that for you today. And then if you have any questions at the end, we'll be here to answer them. All right, we'll go ahead and continue on here. So again, welcome to Bold Leads 101 webinar. This is the first part in the three-part training series. So there is 3 webinars that you will have to attend to get the whole grasp of the Bold Leads system itself. And my name is Dylan again, and we actually have Joby joining us today, and he's going to be our backup and support, another great representative from our client care team. Now, this is what we're going to cover today. We're going to go over login and account setup, what you can expect from Bold Leads and what you can expect from your leads coming into the system, lead life cycle, how the leads are generated to you, how do you get these leads, viewing and managing those leads that are generated to you. Your funnels are also known as an auto drip or autoresponder campaign. Best practices and resources for you, as well as next steps. And that'll help you to success. Now, let's start out with accessing your account. At sign up, you were sent a welcome email. This email contains a link to log into your user credentials. You can always access your account by going to www.boldleads.com and click login in the top right-hand corner. Now, if you did not receive an email with your login credentials, go ahead, be sure to go through that question box, and we'll be sure to get back to you and see if we can't get you logged in as soon as possible. Now here's a short little video that we can play here. It'll show you in the top right-hand corner where it says log in. When you click on log in here, this will actually bring up a page that will allow you to click the username and password and type that information in. All right, let's talk about what we get set up for you. We're going to talk about your dashboard and landing pages. Now, these are some things that you may not really have to worry about in getting set up, but you want to be aware of them. So your dashboard and landing pages. For our seller setup, it usually takes around 24 hours to get set up. For our buyers campaign, it's going to take about 48 to 72 hours. It does take a little bit longer for good reason. We'll jump into that in a moment here. We'll also get your funnels, or also known as that drip campaign or autoresponder campaign, set up for you. Sellers, you can expect 2 years of follow-up messaging already in place for you. And for our buyers, we have 10 months of follow-up messaging already in place. And this is to re-engage with your leads down the line and get them engaged with you. We also get your advertisement campaign set up, and this is actually created and managed by our Bold Leads marketing team. Really great team. We've funneled millions of dollars into our marketing, and they're going to go ahead and take care of your entire advertisement campaign and make sure that we're getting leads generated to you. What you can expect. So number one thing on here, there is no Disneyland. You don't want to get the misconception that you're going to sign up for a program and you're going to close every deal right away. There is no Disneyland of leads. There's no magical place where you can just go and you can close deals every time. We wish there was, right? As agents, we really wish there was, but there really isn't. So for some realistic expectations, these are internet leads. You're going to get wrong contact information. It does happen. Maybe some out of area leads, and also people in different time frames. You're going to get people that are just curious. Maybe they just wanted to see a home value, or maybe they just wanted a list of homes. You're also going to get people that may be 1 to 3 months, 3 to 6 months out in different time frames. What this is really early stage of the buying and selling process. So keep that in mind. It's not always going to be right now business. This is a pipeline that you are building for yourself for future business. You can also expect to set a routine for yourself. The analogy that we like to use, it's kind of like a diet, right? Some people lose weight on certain diets, and everybody's different. So everybody's different in the sense of their work style as well. Setting a routine for yourself is really going to help you out in follow-up with these leads, because follow-up is going to be key with the type of leads that we're going to provide through Bold Leads. Out of area leads, like I mentioned a little bit earlier, out of area leads are a common occurrence as well. Now, the reason being is we target by a Facebook algorithm, and we're targeting a certain area that you locked in through Bold Leads, either it being the city or the zip code. Now, when we're locking in this area, we target by that Facebook algorithm, and if people have family in the area, maybe their favorite grocery store's in the area and they like to drive down that way, or maybe they even work in the area, there's a high chance that they can receive your advertisement campaign because they're in the area quite often. So you may get those leads, but don't let those discourage you at any rate. Maybe they're looking to relocate, or maybe they're looking to sell their home, maybe just right outside the area and move to that area. So they're always great opportunities still. Let's talk about the lead life cycle. How are these leads getting generated to you, and how did they get to you? Well, our marketing campaign is going to set up and run advertisements for you. Someone is going to click on that advertisement, and it's going to take them to a landing page. Their ads are going to be driven to this landing page, and we're actually going to create this landing page for you. Once they fill out all the information on the landing page, they're going to be taken to the Bold Leads dashboard, and you're going to get all their information at this point. Once they're in the dashboard, they're automatically going to be assigned to the drip campaign, autoresponder campaign, and what we call a funnel. So they're automatically going to start getting some email and text message follow-up. And you're also going to get an email and a text message alerting you of this lead with all of their information. Now, after you do receive this information, what do? Well, you're going to want to call them in the first 5 minutes of receiving the lead. That's one of the best practices through Bold Leads, and that's what we've seen to be most effective in following up with your leads. Now, you may pose the question, hey, what if it's 2 or 3 in the morning? Do I really want to call them in 5 minutes? No, you don't want to, but call them first thing in the morning. Maybe when you wake up 8 or 9 o'clock, go ahead and give them a call and follow up with them. But you really want to try to get with them as soon as possible. So keep that in mind. Let's talk about some highlights for our sellers campaign. Now, this right here is a sample advertisement that our marketing team may run. Keep in mind that this changes based on demographic. The ads are always changing all the time. Now, this is find out a value for your home. This is a value proposition for the sellers campaign, and this is what we're marketing to. What's your home worth? Someone's going to click on this and be taken to a landing page very similar to this. Once they fill out the information, there's one of 2 outcomes. So for our US agents on the far right-hand side, as you can see, your leads or prospects are going to receive a low, medium, or high value range. Now, don't get this confused with the CMA at all. This is a very basic valuation that's getting sent out to them. And this is automatically shown after they finish filling out the page. On the bottom here for our Canadian agents, as we know, proprietary information cannot be shared like that, and you do have to look at the home before you even strike a value on it with a client. So instead we say, hey, thinking about selling, we may already have a buyer for your home. Let's talk. And this is the follow-up that they will receive. And then you can follow up with them after that point. All right, moving on to the buyer's campaign. So again, sample advertisement. That will change based on demographic. Looking for a new home, we can help. So this is, again, value proposition, and what we're advertising to is a free list of homes for our buyer's campaign. Now, someone's going to click on this advertisement and be taken to their landing page here. Get your free list of exclusive homes in the area, and they're going to go ahead and fill out that information. Now, once that information is filled out, they're going to see this where your list has been sent out. So where does this list come from? Well, here's an example. This actually goes out through our funnel or drip campaign that we were talking about. Hi, first name. It's going to plug in their first name. Thanks for requesting a list of exclusive homes. Here is your list. List 2 will be the list that is going to be populated, and we'll jump more into how that list is populated and so on. All right, let's talk about your leads view. So most current leads are going to pop up on top here. And this is when you first log in. This is what you're going to see through your BoldLeads account. You're going to see the name and contact information for each lead. For our seller's account, you're going to receive an address and a selling time frame. Our buyer's accounts, you're not going to receive an address or a selling time frame because they are a buyer and they're not going to be typing in their address at all. Let's talk about the funnel status. So if the funnel is turned on, as you can see where the arrow just pointed here, it's showing green. This means that it is automatically turned on. So when someone comes through your advertisement campaign, they're automatically going to be assigned to that funnel as we showed earlier. And that will show green here, and that means it's on. Now, it should always show green when someone comes through, but there is occasionally times where it will show red. And why would it show red? Well, automatically why it would show red is either their email address is bad and bounced back, or they unsubscribed from the emails being sent out to them. Now, you can also turn it off manually by just clicking on it, and it will turn it off for that lead. And when you turn it back on, you just have to simply click on it and assign them to a funnel. Let's talk about the lead profile view. So how do you access this profile view? You can click the name of the lead to access this profile view, and you're going to pull up the information captured. You're going to see these for our sellers, the property details and value ranges. As you can see here, the low, medium, and high values for our sellers, with their address, selling time frame, all that good stuff that they filled out. Our buyer campaign, when you click on this, you're going to see the bedrooms, bathrooms they're interested in, maybe the square footage, and a buying time frame if they put that in. Below all this on the bottom here, we do have a couple more options where you can download the contact file. You can print the lead out if you like a physical copy of the lead. Merge a lead with another lead. The only reason you would do that is if someone typed in their information twice. And deleting a lead. Now, we don't recommend deleting a lead at all in any circumstance. Now, the reason being is that we can't recover that information, so we don't recommend deleting it at all. If you delete it, we won't be able to recover it, and then that may be a lost lead. Now, through that process, you never want to delete a lead for any other reason either. Maybe if they're just curious or anything like that. Well, you don't want to delete the lead at all. You want to keep them in your pipeline and continue to grow and cultivate a relationship with that lead. We can see the timeline on this page as well when you click on the lead profile view. And the timeline is going to be on the far right-hand side, as you can see here. The timeline is one of my favorite pieces because it really helps keep track of everything within the system itself. You can see the date and time the lead was generated through this, a copy of any funnel emails sent out or any emails received, and any account changes will be shown here as well. So it really helps you keep track of everything. You can see when the funnel stopped, turned back on, when they've opened emails, when they've replied to emails. So you can see all that information here. All right, so we do have a second poll for everybody. I really appreciate everybody's participation with the last one. We got 100% of the votes, so we really appreciate that and being attentive with this and making the most out of your BoldLeads subscription. Now we're going to go ahead and launch our second poll here. And the question for everybody is not including email. How many times do you try to engage your lead before you stop? So this isn't including email or text message. How many times are you trying to engage your leads before you stop? I'll give everybody a chance to go ahead and enter their info here and fill in that bubble. Thank you so much. All right, looks like we got a majority of the vote here. We're going to go ahead and close out this poll and share the results with everybody. Now, the question was, again, not including email or text message, how many times do you try to engage your lead before you stop? We got 33% with 2 to 4 times, another 33% with 5 to 10 times, and another 33% with I don't stop reaching out until I talk to them. So great responses. I really appreciate everybody voting on this. Now, with BoldLeads, it is really important to have consistent follow-up through us. One of the most important things through BoldLeads and what we've seen that works is at least 7 to 10 touches in the first week when you receive the lead. So you're going to be reaching out 7 to 10 times with a single lead each week. Now, that's not just one day. It's spread out throughout the week, obviously, right? But you really want consistent follow-up because people could be busy, right? Maybe they're at their kid's soccer game, or maybe they're grocery shopping and they can't answer the phone right now, or maybe they're at work, right? So 2 to 4 times is kind of not the best way to reach out to these leads in that time frame, especially the leads that we're providing through BoldLeads. That may be perfect, through face-to-face interactions, stuff like that, before you reach out to them. But what we've seen to be the most effective method through BoldLeads is about 7 to 10 touches in that week time frame. So keep that in mind when following up. Consistency is going to be key through the BoldLeads system. Thank you, everybody, again, for participating with that. We really do appreciate it. All right, we're going to move on to the funnel view. So let's talk about the funnels. So this is the autoresponder drip campaign that we're talking about. All the funnels have the same exact function. Our sellers campaign, this is going to be a home valuation follow-up email. As you can see here, home valuation follow-up. You're going to be associated with the default landing page if you are on the sellers campaign. You can see how many subscribers, how many people are receiving the follow-up notifications through this funnel. You can see how many emails are sending out through that period of time of the 2 years that I spoke of. If a CMA is attached, text message is attached as well. Now for our buyers campaign, it's going to be exclusive list follow-up with the homes for sale landing page. Same info again, how many subscribers, how many emails go out through that 10-month period, how many text messages are getting sent out as well. Now, I'm sure everybody's wondering, well, what's actually getting sent out to them? Great question. How are you going to view that? After you click on funnels, view funnels, you're going to want to click on the eyeball icon on the far right-hand side. Once you click on this, this will actually bring up what gets sent out to your leads. So all emails inside the funnel will be sent to all leads. You can see the title of the email or text message being sent out here. The interval, the time frames it's getting sent out. Now with the interval, this is based on the date and time the lead was generated into the account. So how the interval works is, let's say someone comes in at 12 p.m. They filled out all the information. 5 minutes later at 12:05 p.m., they're going to receive an email saying, thanks, I've received your request, and a text message thanking them that we've received the request. At 1 p.m., after 12 p.m., after they signed up, 1 p.m., an hour later, they're going to receive quick question. 3 days later at 12 p.m., they're going to receive the next follow-up. So it is based on the date and time it was generated. You can also see if the funnel email is enabled or disabled to send out to leads. You can preview any of these messages by clicking the eyeball icon. So this is one of the most important ones in here. To be able to view what's getting sent out is the eyeball icon on the far right-hand side. And really anything in the BoldLeads world, if you see an eyeball, it kind of means, hey, let me check this out. You can also click the pencil icon. This will allow you to edit any information. Pro tip for everybody here, review your funnels. You can just hover over funnels, click on view funnels, and click your respective funnel. For our sellers, again, home valuation follow-up, and for our buyers, exclusive list follow-up. This will allow you to view all this information and click that eyeball icon to see what's getting sent out to your leads. Now, keep in mind, any changes within this section of the funnel will change for everybody else as well. So if you make a change through the pencil icon here, this will make the change for everybody else's follow-up. All right, let's talk about the funnel details for our sellers campaign specifically. Now, this is going to be delivering value ranges and values to leads. So you'll want to send a CMA out between the second and third funnel email if you are on the sellers campaign. As you can see on the screenshot on the right, you're going to see the home valuation follow-up funnel again, where we have the quick question and what did you think email. Between these two, we're going to send out the CMA. Why? Well, what we're asking them for the quick question is, have you made any changes to the home that would affect the value at all? And then 3 days later, we're going to ask them, hey, what do you think about the CMA or market analysis that I sent out to you? So if they don't receive a market analysis, they may be a little bit confused. So we want to send that out either in the second day, before the third day, or beforehand, late in the first day will work as well. Now there's going to be two main methods to create a quick CMA. You can do it manually. Maybe you have a program you do it through, RPR, maybe you do it through your MLS, or maybe you just make them yourself. And we also have an automated process that will send them out for you through the campaign. Now this consists of Cloud CMA and Market Snapshot. If you do have an account with one of these, you can integrate this into the BoldLeads and it will actually send out automatic CMAs. If you do not have an account with one of these and you were still interested in the automatic CMAs, we do save you a little bit of money on these, about 15% off if you did want to sign up through them. And you can also find out more information about each of these under the Settings tab in your BoldLeads dashboard. Now remember, sellers, you're going to need to send the CMA out late in the first day or on the second day. You want to do it before that third day, before any email gets sent out to them. Let's talk about the funnel details for our buyers campaign. So inside each email message is a tag. It's going to be a static tag, so it's non-changing. It's not a changing link that's being sent out to your leads. As you can see here, the example again, hi first name, thanks for requesting a list of exclusive homes. It's going to send them that list here, and that's going to be the buyer link. This link is created and set up by our team here. So first, our team is going to go ahead and set up your account itself, your dashboard, make sure all your landing pages look good, and make sure everything looks good within the system itself. Now, if you did provide an MLS or website during the sign-up process, our team is going to go ahead and create that buyer link for you since we have your website with a property search or an MLS login where we can make a public link. Now, if we did not receive that information at all, we may reach out for additional information. Now, our team is going to reach out and gather that information from you through email or a call. Now, how long does this generally take? Well, it can take up to 48 to 72 hours for your account to be fully set up while creating this link, and it could take longer depending if we can get a hold of you, get the right time frame, stuff like that. For our clients using an MLS for their buyer links, if they don't have a website with a property search, we really recommend a website with a property search if you have one. If not, and you are using an MLS, depending on the MLS, the links can expire after a certain period of time. Now, I've seen links expire in 7 days. I've seen links expire in 2 weeks, or links never expire. But the thing is that this is an unchanging link through the MLS itself because it's just a public link that you would share to a client. It doesn't change with updated homes. So maybe a couple weeks go by, those homes could already be sold. So it's always good to occasionally check these links and make sure that the leads are receiving the correct information. Now, these buyer links must be set up in order for your campaign to start. That's one of the most important things because that's what we're marketing to. Hey, you're going to get a list of homes. Let's talk about best practices. Number one, statuses. Use them to organize your lead follow-up. This is going to be one of the most important things that you can do here. There's going to be a status next to each lead on the left-hand side of the lead's name. Use those statuses. It'll really help you follow up and cultivate those relationships with those leads. Number two, partial leads. Now, we actually, in addition to our full leads, we provide partial leads as well. So be sure to review and work these partial leads every single day. Now, these partial leads may not necessarily fill out all their information, but you could still get their phone number. You could still get their address. You could still get their email address as well. So always great opportunity to still reach out to clients. Number three, call your leads in the first 5 minutes. This is honestly really going to substantially increase the success rate. As we said before, it's really important that you're giving them a call right away. Imagine you didn't call them for another hour and they were scouring the internet and they're already signed up with another agent because they found another advertisement or so on and so forth, right? You don't want that to happen to you. You don't want to lose business, so you want to call them as soon as possible. All right, let's talk about resources and help from our support tab. So this is actually a really great resource for you. And you can click support in our top right-hand corner here on that screenshot, and you'll actually be taken to this region where you can enter any questions. We have over 200 relevant articles in our help center that will really help you out for any basic questions that you may have. Now, if you can't find any of those questions through that article search here in the questions, you can also open a ticket with us here where you can send us an email and follow up with us, and we try to respond within the same business day. You can also schedule a callback time with us as well. We don't have an 800 number at this time, but you can always schedule a call and we'll be sure to give you a ring and help you out. Now, also in this section here, as you see right above the send us an email and schedule a callback, there is attend our live training classes. This is how you actually sign up for the additional webinars as well. All right, let's talk about next steps and 5 things to review. Number 1, join our Facebook mastermind group. If you got Facebook right now, open it up on your phone, open up the application, and go ahead and search for BoldLeads Mastermind. This is going to be a really great area to get tips, tricks, and a bunch of other great information about Bold Leads. You can also see other agents' success and any other agent questions that they may have and get answers to those. It's a real great positive place, and it is a closed Facebook group, so only members of the Bold Leads subscription and the Bold Leads family can go ahead and get into this closed group. Number 2, updating your default email signature. As you can see here, you can update your default email signature on the bottom here when you go to account settings. Now, this default email signature is all going to be plain text, but we're going to set a real basic one up for you. It's just going to be your name, your title, and your phone number. So we want you to put your own personality into it. Go ahead and go into this section, edit all this information, add your website links, so on and so forth for this default email signature. And then you can go ahead and click Save Settings after updating any of this information on the bottom here. Now, you don't want to fill out all that info and make a really awesome email signature and then not save it, so keep that in mind. All right, let's talk about next steps and 6 things to review. Become a lead on your own landing page. This is one of the easiest things you can do, and you can actually see the live landing page that we're marketing to. How do you do this? Well, you hover over landing pages, click on View Landing Pages, and you're going to click the eyeball icon there. As everything in the BoldLeads world, eyeball icon is going to let you view it. Now, when you click this eyeball icon, this is actually going to bring up another page with your live landing page that we're running. So you'll see your live landing page. Feel free to fill it out, and you can become a lead on your own landing page and mess around with your lead a little bit. This will help you learn the system as well. Now, you can also update your lead notifications through this area when you view the landing pages by clicking on the pencil icon. Once you've clicked on this, you're going to be taken to the settings for the landing page itself, where you can update your lead notification settings. Now, you can add up to 3 phone numbers to receive the notifications for each lead, as well as 3 email addresses. So feel free to do that. Maybe you're working with somebody else and you guys are going to go ahead and partner on this. Number 5, review your funnels. I think this is one of the most important things that you can do. Be sure after this, go ahead and check them out. Hover over funnels, click View Funnels, see your associated funnel, and go ahead and view what's getting sent out to your leads. You don't want to be in the dark. One of the most important questions is how are you going to make the most out of your investment with BoldLeads? Attend our following training sessions. So we have the BoldLeads Success webinar where we do a deep dive into the system for maximum results and do best practices and more pro tips for you as well. We also have the BoldLeads Lead Conversion webinar where you can learn more about the leads you are getting as well as rebuttals and scripts. Now, you can register for either of these sessions on your support tab or simply click to register on the post-webinar link. You're actually going to receive an email that will give you this information as well. All right, we have one more poll for everybody, and we really wanted to say again, thanks for being so attentive and following up with us on these. We're going to go ahead and launch one more for everybody, and the question on this one is, now that you know more about the BoldLeads dashboard, what would you want to know more about? So please feel free to go ahead and fill in this information. I'll give everybody a chance to fill it in as well. All right, awesome. 100% of the vote again. You are all great. Let me go ahead and share the results with everybody. So again, the question was, now that you know more about the BoldLeads dashboard, what do you want to know more about? We got 10% with nothing. You're covering the main points. Well, I appreciate that. We got another 10% with lead follow-up, 10% with funnels, 20% with mass marketing, and 50% with lead conversion. All right, so for the people with lead follow-up, this could mean system follow-up, or it could mean converting the lead and following up with them. Now, you want to go ahead and attend our BoldLeads Lead Conversion webinar. At that point, that'll give you more information on that. We have 10% with the funnels. If you have any questions about the funnels, after this is over, we're going to go ahead and answer any questions. Feel free to ask any questions about those funnels. 20% with mass marketing. We also cover that in the additional webinars as well as the 50% with the lead conversion. Obviously speaks for itself. The webinar with lead conversion will really help out with all that information. So be sure to sign up for those additional webinars and we'll get you more versed in the system and answer any questions that you may have. Now we're going to go ahead and hide those results here. And I just wanted to thank everybody again for attending the Bold Leads 101 webinar and the essentials to getting started. We're actually at this time going to open it up for questions. Feel free to take off if you do not have any questions, but if you do, feel free to reach out to me. Now, for anybody that has to take off right now, you can always go through that support tab and ask any questions through there as well if you had any questions through that area. So we're going to go ahead and open up that question box at this time. It looks like we had a couple in there during the webinar, so we're going to go ahead and cover those first. Now, the first one that we're going to look at is from Alexis. Can you change the time frame when emails are sent out? Instead of 3 days, can it change to 5 days? Well, you can definitely change that information by clicking on the pencil icon that we spoke of during the webinar itself. If you click on that pencil icon, this will actually allow you to edit the time frames, what is being said, so on and so forth. Now, we really want consistent follow-up in the first couple days, so keep that in mind. You may not want to extend it out that long, but it is up to you as well. John had a question here as well. How can I get the link to the landing page to launch my own Facebook advertisement? It looks like we covered that near kind of the end, John. And what you can do is go ahead and hover over landing pages, click View Landing Pages, and click the eyeball icon. Once that is clicked, that'll open up a new page with that link. You can just copy that link and share it yourself. Alex, I'm not able to respond within 5 minutes. I'm not receiving text messages as soon as the leads come in. Alex, you will be receiving that information. If you're not receiving the information as soon as they come in, we'll definitely look into that for you and reach out to you as soon as possible and see if we can't get that fixed for you. You will be receiving an email as well to be able to follow up with those people. Alex, yeah, we're going to take that offline and we'll make sure that we follow up with you and answer any questions that you may have. And I'll follow up with you after we're done answering questions here. Joanne had a question here. How can I get Cloud CMA set up to automate CMAs? I've put in the key and it's still not syncing. So when you go through the settings on that area there, when you put in the API key, as stated, you're going to go ahead and set time frames as well as if you want reoccurring CMAs as well. When you click Save Settings on the bottom of the page, this actually automatically adds it to your funnel. So Joanne, if you look at, or Joan, if you look at your funnel on the top there and click View Funnels and look at the email, if it says CMA email within the funnel, that means the Cloud CMA is synced and it will be sent out. If not, we can also follow up with you and make sure that we get that associated. Alex had another question here. Can we set up more landing pages and Facebook ads, or is it just best to have just the one? What we're going to do, we're going to take care of all that for you. You don't have to worry about marketing or anything like that. We're going to take care of that through our marketing team. So what we're going to do is we're going to run the single landing page. We usually run a couple ads for you, and you don't have to worry about any of that marketing. Now, if you did want to do your own side marketing, you can feel free to choose which one you go through at that point. Maybe if you want to run additional landing pages, you can create your own and do your own marketing through there. We're only going to market through Bold Leads through that landing page that we created. Joan had another question here. They will not give me an appointment until the 25th. Yeah, we'll talk about that in the Cloud CMA. I'll take that offline as well, and I'll go ahead and follow up with you and see what the issue with that is and make sure that we fix anything and any problems with that. Jimmy had a question here. When is a particular webinar available again? I'd like to go over everything again. Jimmy, we actually have a way you can watch a recorded webinar and kind of check out, and you can pause it and kind of check out the slides a little bit more and study it in detail. And the way to do that is through that support tab in the top right-hand corner of the BoldLeads dashboard. When you click on that, on the right-hand side in the middle, you're going to see Attend Our Live Training Classes. Through that section, right under where it says click to register, it's actually going to allow you to watch a replay of the webinar as well. And then if you wanted to attend another live one, you can always click to register in that area as well. But probably easier for you, just watch the replay under there. All right, we'll leave it open for just another moment to answer any questions that y'all may have. Feel free to take off if you're all taken care of, or stick around to listen to some of those questions or ask any questions. All right, everybody. Well, thanks again for attending the BoldLeads 101 webinar and making the most out of your investment with BoldLeads. I did want to thank everybody again for attending, and I hope everybody has a great rest of their week and great rest of their day. Thanks so much, and see you later.